Welcome to the story recap of Gears of War, where I condense the story up until the final boss is defeated and then show the cinematic ending. Before the game starts, there's a little backstory. 14 years before the game, the Locust Horde appeared from underground tunnels called the Hollow, ready to take over mankind. They were met with resistance in the form of the Gears, a military group offshoot of the COGs, or the Coalition of Ordered Governments. Now, Marcus Phoenix was a Gear, but he left the front lines to rescue his father, Adam Phoenix, and thus was put into jail. However, the Gears were put in a position where they needed Marcus, so they had Dom, Marcus's best friend, retrieve him and rejoin the Gears as a private in Delta Squad. So Delta Squad, now consisting of Marcus, Dom, Carmine, and led by Kim, are briefed by Colonel Victor Hoffman. The Gears have a light mass bomb that they are ready to use. The only problem is that Alpha Squad was supposed to deploy a resonator underground and are now stuck somewhere in the city with the resonator. A resonator in this game detects tunnels and maps them out. I looked up what a real resonator was, and it's something to do with detecting microwaves. I can't make the connection between the in-game resonator and the real one, so whatever. At any rate, Delta Squad's mission is to find Alpha Squad and the resonator. While looking for Alpha Squad, Carmine got shot by a sniper. You remember Carmine, right? He's the only one that has no face, 2 lines of fanboy dialogue, and no actual development, so yeah, he's out. Fortunately, a few minutes later, we run into Augustus Cole, otherwise known as the Cole Train, baby! Woo! From Alpha Squad. He explains that the Cedars are blocking the radio signals, so no radio, no chopper evac. So now Delta Squad has a new priority. Delta Squad and Cole use the Hammer of Dawn, a satellite beam, to take out the Cedars and thus open up the communication to reunite with the rest of Alpha Squad and get the chopper evac to their location. Delta Squad and Cole meet up with Alpha Squad and the resonator. As the chopper comes to pick them up, though, Phoenix gives the "it's a little too quiet" face. And sure enough, the Horde spring in ambush. Chopper destroyed. Everyone is discombobulated as the Locusts slowly advance on our heroes. For some ridiculous reason, the Delta Squad leader is caught out in the open screaming to regroup, but he's the only one not following his own commands. Like, dude, they're all over there. You regroup. This gives the Locust Horde's own general time for a sneak attack. I'm sure Kim thought he was special since none of the Horde's bullets were hitting him. And let me tell you, I thought his AI was annoying because he was always standing in front of you when you were trying to shoot. But now I feel like it was on purpose because no one in Delta or Alpha Squad said so much as a "Holy shnikes, look out behind you." So much for teamwork. That's one step short of friendly fire. Anyway, Kim was wasted in a way that was reserved for a character that you would actually give a crap about. But it's significant because with no leader and no chopper evac, HQ gives Phoenix the rank up to leader of Delta Squad, which now includes Dom, Baird, and of course, the Cole Train, baby! Phoenix literally went from jail to general in less than a day. Now that's how you get promoted. Now that Delta Squad has the resonator and no helicopters, they need transportation to the emulsion facility that Colonel Hoffman now tells them to drop the resonator. It's pretty far away, but Dom has a plan. Delta Squad goes to a settlement to call in a favor from some dude named Franklin. Franklin gives the squad his car in exchange for Cole and Baird staying with them until Phoenix and Dom come back with the car. They finally get to the car, but not before they find out that Baird and Cole are in a firefight at the settlement. So Phoenix and Dom lead-foot it back to the settlement and take part in the siege. With the siege stopped, Delta Squad head to the emulsion facility. That is, until the car dies on them. This forces them to go to the abandoned factory to reach the mine, which will have an entrance to the underground, which will then lead them to under the emulsion facility to plant the resonator, which has mysteriously disappeared, even though it's still in the Delta Squad's possession. See how that works? Seriously though, I never noticed that until now. Baird is holding the resonator when Delta Squad found him, and that thing is the size of a microwave. But I guess it's like the Green Lantern. It just disappears into another dimension until it's time to use it again. Anyway, Delta Squad makes it completely through all that crap to the emulsion facility, plant the resonator, and escape via the elevator. Mission accomplished, right? Wrong. That resonator was lame as hell. Fortunately, Baird found a droid head in the factory and hacked into it. It so happened to have more tunnel info on it than the resonator could give. When Anya, the HQ liaison, traced it back, she found that it originated from Marcus Phoenix's father, Adam. So the new mission is to go to Phoenix's home and get that tunnel info from the computer. The dad's PC. How we gonna get the information? Oh, it's on my dad's computer back at the house. Sure. Anyway. But wait. It's revealed that Carmine, remember him? The only Delta Squad member with a helmet? I thought not. Well, anyway, he was alive and taken hostage. And because he had a dumb helmet on, the Locusts were able to listen in to all the conversations Phoenix had with Delta Squad and HQ. That explains the helicopter ambush, the fort siege, and it also explains why they didn't really attack at the factory and the mine elevator. They simply set up at the destination and didn't foresee the car breaking down. The writers didn't have to do it, but it was a nice touch. Anyway, Carmen is dead now. So Delta Squad got back to the Academy and back to the Phoenix house within the Academy, got the maps off Marcus's dad's computer, and headed for the train that had the light mass bomb on it. Remember that? The whole point of the game was to essentially chuck a bomb into a key spot and obliterate the Locust Horde's home. So Delta Squad intercepts the train heading to the explosion spot. Or half of Delta Squad. Remember, the Locusts have Carmine's helmet and are listening. Unfortunately, they were successful at splitting the group. So now Phoenix and Dom are Earth's last chance for a W. All they need to do is get past the Locust's leader, who for some reason didn't just destroy the bomb immediately when he got on the train. Whatever. That's the end of the review, though. Here's the ending. Finally. All right, guys.
are we doing tomorrow?
Earlier today, your gears successfully deployed the light mass bomb. We have destroyed the enemy stronghold. This war has exacted a heavy price from all of us. It has torn our world apart. But you have my word that we will rise again.
They do not understand. They do not know why we wage this war. Why we cannot stop. Will not stop. Why we will fight and fight and fight. Until we win. Or we die. And we are not dead yet.